Yeah, I did change, and I'm really glad I changed.
This one's wife wears the big Instagram launch. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I'm just looking under here. No, can't see it there. What about over there? No, not there. How about over there? Can you see it? No, shaking of heads from my admirers in the back there. How about I'll just get the binoculars and have a look over in the distance. Well, I can see a green and pleasant land, but no sign of a big Instagram launch. Yes, you may recall, and if my memory serves me correctly, I think it was last August, that we were repeatedly teased with the suggestion that there was going to be a big Instagram relaunch by this one's wife. There was feverish speculation among certain supine publications about the fact that she was going to be coming into the world via Instagram, that somebody had secured an Insta handle in her name, and it already had racked up tens of thousands of anticipatory bots and shuggers waiting to learn of the wonderful emptiness of the world of this one's wife. Various newspapers carried the story. Let's have a quick wander through some of those. The Mirror, back on the 26th of August 2023, told us this one's wife is set to return and relaunch on social media and will reportedly make a potential $1 million per Instagram post. The Independent on the 4th of August told us this one's wife will reportedly be making her long-awaited return to Instagram. GB News, 4th of August 2023. This one's wife is ready to return to the world of social media with her new Instagram page all set up and raring to go when the time is right. Grazia magazine. Similarly, in August, this one's wife is reportedly launching an Instagram account with each post worth an alleged $1 million. Cosmopolitan, 4th of August 2023. Per page 6, this one's wife secured her new Instagram account before launching her podcast all the way back in August 2022. Daily Record, same date, this one's wife launches Instagram ready for comeback that has thousands of followers. Daily Express, 28th of August 2023. This one's wife's new Instagram already has 103,000 followers, with launch imminent. The Mirror, this one's wife set to return to the world of Instagram with a brand new handle. Page 6, this one's wife has launched her new Instagram handle. And on it went, the New Zealand Herald. The Cut, is this one's wife back on Instagram, it asked. The Daily Mail, how did this one's wife bag the Instagram handle? Marsa, Stylecaster, the Evening Standard, newspaper after newspaper, all heralding the fact that this one's wife was going to make the grand Instagram launch. The word imminent was used, which means about to happen, more or less in the next instant. And yet, here we sit. Have you seen a big Instagram launch? Has it been lurking in your neighbourhood? Perhaps it's been hiding at the back of your closet. If so, dial this number, 0800 bullshit bullshit, in order to report the appearance of the missing Instagram launch. The fact is, there has been no Instagram launch, and 5 months has passed, maybe even nearly 6, since the suggestion of that launch taking place. Clearly, this one's wife, PR, leaked to all of these newspapers the idea that she was going to relaunch on Instagram. She bagged the handle, followers were waiting, and she was ready to say, okay, from lying in my pit each morning, I'll send some pictures that have been carefully curated by my staff as I treat you to the slops of my delinquent mind. And it won't be long before the big brands come knocking, paying me $1 million per post. Ho ha! Bring it on. And yet, where is this Instagram account? This is the most popular woman in the world, in her own mind. Someone who has so much to tell us about what she's doing, a fascinating human being whose very life ought to be put under the microscope as a manual for how to live well. And yet, there has been no Instagram relaunch whatsoever. Why is this? It's simply this. This one's wife dipped a cloven hoof in the water to try and ascertain the level of interest for such a return. She anticipated that the bots and the sugars and some people who have little else to do in their lives would come flocking, and therefore she would get millions of followers, so she could then turn to all of the brands and say, look at the size of my following, start to write those checks for me, baby. Except, when that cloven hoof went into the water, the response from all around was, ew, what's that smell? They weren't interested in signing up. There was no stampeding of feet towards her Instagram handle. The reaction, as per the press release, was generally people groaning, rolling their eyes and suffering from eye injury strain. And thus, the feedback that this one's wife received was, nobody's really that interested in you. They want to watch you fail, but they're not interested in what you've got to state on social media. Such feedback, of course, would have caused a shriek of annoyance from this one's wife. How dare they, she would have yelled. I am the most interesting person in the universe. Surely they want to know that I have bought something more that's the colour beige, or that I am channeling a Jawa from Star Wars as I go out shopping, wearing far too much clothing for the temperature of the day. But no, people are not interested. The only interest that the majority have in her is watching her royally fuck up, and they're getting plenty of that. But people were not interested in her on Instagram because she's boring, because she's vacuous, because she's unpleasant. And therefore, the overwhelming feedback that the relevant PR agency will have received is there's not a lot of interest for you. And thus, her narcissism told her, well, back away from it in order to nullify the threat to control posed by the lack of interest. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen because nobody really wanted it. It didn't happen because this one's wife isn't prepared to put the effort in to try and build up a following and make it work. She expects to be gifted it from the very instant. She isn't a grafter. She's a grifter. Many individuals that run successful social media accounts who were not famous already have taken years of producing quality content on a regular basis, interacting with their viewers and readers, building up followers of hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Your glorious narrator is an example of that. The repeated provision of excellent information about narcissism and psychopathy, with a dashing of entertainment and humour, interaction with viewers and readers, enables the brand to grow. But that's too much like hard work for this one's wife. She wants to be given it on a plate, and she expected that just the mere announcement that she was coming back to Instagram would have millions waiting with bated breath. And thereafter, she would walk into a following of millions, and therefore she would be paid millions. And it didn't happen because the interest wasn't there. And because the interest wasn't there, her narcissism said, there's no point proceeding with it. And that's why we see nothing from her on Instagram. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.